Well, hello guys, welcome back to episode 44 of this save with Orebro, the Journeyman save. We're on our second club, and our quest to win the top leagues in all of the Scandinavian countries is looking a little ropey at the minute. We're still stuck in Sweden. I mean, we're doing all right. We're doing all right, but just can't quite get over the line. So last time I was with you guys, we had just played AIK, and we'd lost, unluckily lost. So we've played 4 games, and I thought, for reasons I'll explain in a second, I thought I'm going to come back for the game against in the Euros, basically because we're playing another Scandinavian side, so AAB from Denmark. But we've had some reasonable results since then. Haven't conceded a goal, which is pretty nice. So 1-0 win, Asamoah with the goal against Sundsvall. I think we missed a goal there. I think we had a goal disallowed there. We've had a lot of goals disallowed. Then we played Norrköping. It was a really, really even game again until the last 5 minutes of the game. Asamoah had 2 clear-cut chances, one-on-one with our keeper, and missed them both. So, yeah, frustrating. Then we played Varberg's boys, Alstrand with the goal. It was pretty dominant from us, really. Should have scored a lot more. And we did score a lot more against Östers. Gustafsson and Asamoah with 2 headers. It seemed he had 2 disallowed goals as well. It seems he can score goals with his head very easily, but you put the ball on his feet, he can't do anything. Anyway, as I say, we're going to come back for the AAB game. We'll play both of those, and we'll tell you what went on in Hammarby, and we'll see what happens there. Right then, so the one bit of transfer window has ended, and a couple of things have happened. Yeah, so we saw Bilankulu has left, but we've also basically shipped out a load of these first team players who were not getting games, but were young and needed a bit of help. Most of them actually are in either this division or the division immediately below. So Fransson, who looks really good, he's at Helsingborg. Bjarko is at the team with a long name. He's a decent player as well. Kajal, Gais, Balde, the African lad who we've got in the reserves, and I was hopeful that he might do well, but old lady plays, doesn't think he's going to do well. Well, he's going to have a bit of a chance at Halmstad. And Buch, wasn't getting games, so he's gone to Randers. Hopefully this will be good for all of them. I think it's the thing to do. You will notice that there is an in, and this is a little bit, this is one I was talking about in the last episode. Also, before I'd say that, apologies for the lack of camera in the last episode. Didn't realise until I recorded it, until I went to edit it, that I hadn't actually switched the camera on, which is a bit annoying. Anyway, this is a lad, Christiansen, 3.5-star player. As I said, he's fast. I like that. He's not the best at crossing, but he can dribble it quite well. He's got a lot of the stats that you'd want in the right sort of places. You look at that, concentration, decisions, off the ball, technique, all these things that you'd want him to be fairly good at. He is fairly good at. He's Danish, which isn't ideal, but we bought him in. He's worth £1.1 million already. He's a better player than Hirsch, but I think the two of them together will be a good situation to have. It does mean Jonsson and Sandberg probably a surplus to requirements. I tried to ship them out, couldn't get rid of them, but we'll see what we can do in the closed season. Right then, enough waffle. Let's get on and play AAB at their place. They are the team that's expected to win this. We are not, obviously. Team that we are going to go with. As you see, the squad looks more manageable. Chino is back now. Put him on the bench. So we are going to play Stromfeld in goal. Ledoux and Brawson are in there. Anderson he's back. He's back on the bench. We'll chuck Anderson. Yeah, we'll play Ledoux and Anderson in the centre. Christiansen on the right. Callie on the left. We're playing Christiansen now. Back to a win back on automatic. Gustafsson in behind Samari in the middle of midfield. Alstrand on the left. Christiansen on the right. Linear is back as well. What am I doing? Yeah. We're going to play Mbengwe instead. Yeah, Mbengwe's playing instead of Christiansen. We put Christiansen on because just to give him a game, basically. Did very well. And Asamoah, the man with useless feet, looks like he's all going down, but his heading is quite impressive. His jumping reach is 20, which is blooming amazing. But his heading is only 10, finishing 12. He's got 17 composure, 13 decisions. You'd think he'd be okay with his feet, but for whatever reason it's just not working. Let's see what he does though in Europe. He might be a European expert, but I'm playing this really because I'm interested to see how we do against another team from Scandinavia. I think we've really taken this team now to the next level. Problem we've got, I can see next year, is we've got Asamoah scoring goals, but now the question is, are we going to be able to? Are we actually going to be able to get someone in? Are we going to be able to get him in again, or someone else in again who is capable of doing that? Oh dear, long warm up. This is never a good sign, is it? I should have stopped and started. I did have a blue screen, not blue screen of death, but the unexpected shutdown, but luckily I didn't lose anything. It was in between, it was just after I'd saved it, which was alright. So let's see how we do. They're playing no one plays a similar formation to us, but we are playing a formation which is capable of scoring some goals, and that we do quite well with. Be interested to see what happens here. We'll demand more right off the off. Right then. Well, they've got a chance early on. Be interesting to see how strong they are, what sort of how they play against us, whether we're able to sort of contain them, and whether it's sort of like a top of the table clash against some of the other guys, or whether they are infinitely better. But they've started well, and that is a finish and a half. Almo Sore into that lad who Mayananja. Wow, that's a name. Well, you can't do anything about that. You'd want them to shoot from there. That's fine. You can shoot from there. I just don't expect you to score from there. That's the first goal we've conceded for a little while, so we can live with that. I'm still not sure what's going to happen in the league. I didn't actually show the league table, did I? We're 6 points behind AIK because they just keep winning games, which is a little bit frustrating for us. They've won their last, I think, 8-9 games on the trot, so it's difficult to keep up with them really. And they've got a fairly easy run. They've still got to play couple of tricky ones, but the majority aren't that tricky, so I'm hoping they might be able to trip up against one of the easier sides. They kind of take them for granted or something. Well, there's nothing happening here, so we're playing it from the back. Ball into Ledoux down this side to Alstrand. He moves into the middle. He's going to switch the play. No, he goes all the way back to the left side. Callie on the overlap, chips it in. Oh, and it's hit the bloody bar. We've had so many of those today. Or not today. Had none of those today, but in the last few games where we've scored goals that have been disallowed and hit the bar, and it's been non-stop. So Asamoah's looking pressured. Oh, why have we only got 5 subs? That's interesting. Is that a thing? I didn't know that was a thing. Right, Christiansen, he's coming off. Now, see, Esberg is doing all right. That was avoiding relegation's team earlier this year, and his playing for set pieces, Journeyman. Well, to be fair, a 1-0 loss, I wouldn't be too annoyed with. I think we can get back from this. Sorensen just fresh legs it all the way to the bank and see what we can do. Positive. It's a bit late, really, isn't it? Feel we were a better team. Perhaps they scored with an absolute worldie. So 1-0 loss. Yeah, fair enough. We're going to go and play Hammarby, who are 10th. I hope we can beat them. And we'll do that right now. Just want to show the table. So this is what it looks like. We're 6 points behind AIK, just 2 behind Duge Gardens, and we got Hammarby coming up next. AIK, another fairly straightforward game for them against Varberg's boys. Yeah, similarly, fairly straightforward game for Duge Gardens as well. Actually, Elfsborg are doing surprisingly well. They're not normally one of the teams that does well. Right, so we'll come back for the AAB game, the second leg. I'll see you then. Right then, so we are back. Last game didn't go to plan. We drew 0-0, and both AIK and Duge Gardens got a win. We had 20 shots there, 5. Just couldn't put it in the back of the net. Again, glut of chances for Asamoah, but yeah, didn't quite do it. Alamari's a bit quiet as well, which is disappointing. We brought Hadu in because there was a few players knackered from the first leg. Hadu went off injured, so he's out for a few weeks. That's probably the end of Hadu in the club. But just couldn't make it happen, couldn't get creative enough. So we're playing AAB today. Rotate the side some more. Obviously, we want to try and win this. We had an injury to Callie, so we're going to probably just take him out of the squad completely. We'll probably go with something like that. I'll bring Ledoux back in, maybe. Right, and we'll do that. I think hopefully Huj can do a job on that left side. So it's pretty much the same side we've played in the last few games. Asamoah up top, El Amari on just behind him, with Mbengwe on the right, Linier on the left, Samari and Gustafsson in the middle. I've forgotten there's only 5 subs. Yeah, Huj on the left, Christiansen on the right, Ledoux and Anderson in the middle, with Stromfeld in goal. So I've got no striker on the bench. That's good. Didn't tell me I've got. It used to tell you, old FMs, it used to say you've got substitutes outside the matchday squad, which was quite helpful because I often did. Right, we do need to win this, so we're going to go positive. We weren't able to score a goal against them, but we haven't scored a goal in the last 2 games, which is a little bit of a worry. I'm not sure why. It's not that we're not creating anything. We are certainly creating stuff. We're just not putting it in the back of the net. El Amari straight into the goalkeeper there. It's easy. But Christiansen's got it. He looks a decent player, actually. Plays. Oh, unlucky. Really nice to get into that position, but just couldn't finish it off. Yeah, the attacking 3 of Mbengwe, El Amari and Asamoah have all been quiet. Maybe the last 4 or 5 games, which hasn't been ideal for us. Oh, dear God. What is going on? A lot more to come. I don't have a striker to bring on either, which is a bit annoying. Alright, Kitten. Yeah, God. Right, can we get the ball off them? No, we can't. Oh, it's in. It's in. That's it. Oh, no. So, this is what a crappy episode this is. And I've got nothing to bring on because I've got no strikers on the bench. Yeah, admittedly, some people might say that's my fault, but I take no responsibility whatsoever. Right, well, Gustafsson, we're going to play as a deep line playmaker on support. We're going to play Samari as an attacking midfielder, central midfielder on attack. I wonder, can we play him anywhere other than there? The trequartista, why the heck not? Can we make this work? Alstrand is coming on. We're going to play him as a winger on attack. A little bit more attacking across the board, and we'll see what that does. I feel a little bit disappointed by the way things have gone this episode. And Bengway, are you guys going to see a goal? No. Oh dear me, the goal is not that high. You've got to head it under the bar, mate. Under the bar. He's in real trouble with that in a minute. Everything going over. Right, I wonder, rather than trying to work the ball in the box, we just take that off and we shoot on sight on at the end here. See what we can get out of that. We've certainly got people who can score goals from distance. Mbengwe. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, it's not to be. It is not to be, I don't think. I've got no attacking player to bring on at all. I mean, we'll take Gustafsson off. I mean, really, so looking at this now, we've managed in this episode somehow to screw up both our European game by losing 1-0 twice against AAB, but having far more shots than them in both games. Who knew? And the league as well. All in one episode, which is, I think, quite specialist. Not been a good week so far. I'm hoping Friday's episode will be a bit better than that. Yeah, not much to say there. Oh, crap. Well, we got 800,000. I can't even read that number in pounds, which we will fritter away on things. Look at that. Look at that. We were doing so well. And the only other episode you guys have seen is that one this week. And all the rest of it's green. Look. I don't think we can actually do anything. I think the likelihood is, and this is probably a crappy thing to do, I'm probably going to come back for the very last game of the season and let you know how we've done. Yeah, it was all looking so interesting, and then what's happened? Okay, cool. Well, that's it, and I will consider what that all means. I'm not quite sure what went on there. I hope you enjoyed that. Not enjoyed it, but commiserated with seeing no goals. You've seen basically 3 games in the last 2 episodes, and they've all been 1-0 losses, and not altogether deserved, and we've not managed to score. Not scoring a lot of goals recently, but we certainly weren't having that problem before. Anyway, I will see you next time. If you enjoyed it, or even if you didn't, I'd appreciate hitting the like button. Please subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you next time, probably for the last game of the season, unless a miracle happens. Okay guys, thank you very much. Goodbye.